So today I have the tripod set up. We're gonna test drive it and see how it goes. See how many times it falls over it, or if it falls over. I don't really know how much better or worse this angle is, so I'm gonna need you guys to let me know, because I can adjust it up and down, but I don't have a whole lot of like floor room to move it or move the tripod around. The legs on it are really long, so currently stuck behind a bus that's stuck behind another bus. So figured while I'm stuck here in traffic, that would be the best time to, like start the video, I guess. Um, Nothing too exciting. I mean, I've got the new tripod in, so that's kind of the highlight of today's video. Today we're going to be hitting the chest. Probably going to be a bench prioritized movements today. Well, of course, everybody's turning right. Traffic, man. I don't know. I did a lot of bench last time I hit chest. Maybe I should hit more cables today. I've been going with a pretty basic incline bench press, and then flat bench press, and then go from there to a pec fly. And I'd usually do that with an upper chest focus as well, because I know that my upper chest is what's lacking the most, so that's the one that I try and work out the most. And I gotta say, this GoPro is already holding up better than I thought it would. It's a little wobbly, but I'm pretty sure it's actually going better than what I had going before. Less like shaky, but probably a lot more wobbly. Maybe I'll start putting my gym bag on top of the legs. I'll kind of hold it in place a little bit, It's all stuff I can experiment with now that I have it. The best part about this now, though, is that I can start recording the workouts. It's still a big self-esteem factor of whether or not I feel comfortable doing it, but I think it really is just a matter of once I do it and make it a regular thing, then it'll be a lot easier. I can't even see me right now, can you? It's really dark on my phone screen. Another thing too is I'm very limited with my editing and recording abilities, because I'm just recording off of my phone that I've had for so many years, a lot of years. So maybe one day I'll get a camera when I start becoming a little bigger. When I can actually start making a little bit of money off of these videos, I might start putting more effort into them. But in the meantime, this is more just a diary than anything else, because I can't really. What I'm saying is there's no sense in going above and beyond for these video qualities right now, because I don't do enough for them. I'm not making anything off them. They're just there so I can track progress and kind of let myself out a little bit, in the sense that venting, I guess would be the way to put it. Just a way for me to vent, talk about stuff that I'm struggling with or stuff I want to do. I feel like verbalizing my goals has made it a lot easier to actually make those goals obtainable. So that's a one way that this has really helped me. Yeah, right there, it almost fell over. And if you're just at the right angle on a hill and you're accelerating, it's just going to want to flop right over. It's frontward supported and left and right supported pretty well because I just kind of have it like leaning up against the glove box. But there's nothing to stop it from falling backwards, which is why I was thinking about putting a leg on it. Or, sorry, putting my gym bag on the leg. So then when it wants to come backwards, it'll have the weight of the bag on it. And now we go through freeway traffic. But that's okay. Eventually you start to get used to it. Alright, I need to get over. You guys would want to let me over, okay. I need someone to let me over. No, that's fine. Jeez. Light acceleration and this thing just wants to go flying. That's something I should probably look into figuring out. Because right now it's seeming almost like the super shaky phone mount might have been a better option. Something I can figure out later. Could always find a way to support that phone mount and just use this tripod for the gym. I don't know. Definitely need to figure out what to do about that though. Gosh. I feel like this is just like the most boring video ever. It's just me just thinking out loud at this point. I don't even have anything to talk about. You know, most of these videos that I'm making, I'm posting like, or recording like right after work, so I'm just tired. So I don't have a lot to add. I don't know, I'm just chewing myself up today. I have nothing good to say about myself. I'm just thinking all sorts of bad thoughts. Mentally, I'm not there, but I need to go to the gym anyways. I'm not going to take a day off because I'm being mean to myself. It's just going to give me more fuel to be mean to myself with. Yeah, I can't think of anything to say, and I'm way too tired, so I'm just going to cut it here. I'll do a little bit of upper today, but not a lot. It's still sore from last week. so awkward, man, having to record everything. 25 feels pretty light. That's a 70. 27. Let's go with the 27.5. No idea what I can do because I haven't done this in a while. But all the upper chest benches are taken, so start somewhere. Okay. These are way too light. Oh, but my chest is fatigued, so it might be perfect. That is all shoulders. Try it out. Much better. Yeah. Give it one more of those. All good. No, I'm just gonna set up one more. That'd be 6 sets. Probably hit. Fly machines are open on the fly. And then we'll close it off. Okay. Okay. Apparently I don't have anything written down for how much I can actually do in this movement, so I'm just gonna go on a wild guess and say I can do this much. No, let's go there. I'm so confused with how these things work. I think that's 90 pounds, and we'll just start there. A lot of tension on my shoulders. It's a good weight, but I think I'll keep it there and just try and control it a little bit better. One more. I'll bring up the weight a little bit. Let's try. I probably should have done that yet, because now I've lost track. 110. That's what I was doing at the last place. I think I could do it here. One more. Okay. Alright. That's all I got. I'm done. See you guys in the car. It's hard to see with the shirt, but that's definitely there. The fact that I can see it through the shirt is what tells me that I've done a good job. So. Well, today should feel like a milestone was reached. Instead, it feels mentally draining because my social skills are horrible and I feel like everybody was just judging me the whole time. Every time I looked up, somebody was looking at me funny. Fucking dragging this 5-foot pole around the gym. But I guess that's just part of it. That's how you track progress, you know? I ended up talking to myself a lot. I don't even know how much of it I'm going to end up keeping in the video. But I'm just pretty much sitting there talking trash about myself the whole time. Really short workout, but I hit everything needed to be hit. I got a pump afterwards, so I got everything I needed. I was just kind of in a rush to get in and out. Didn't really wait the proper amount of time between sets and all that. Because I just wanted to get out. Hopefully that'll change as I do this more frequently. But right now it still feels a little uncomfortable. Like I brought it to the gym, my little tripod setup. I even brought it out into the gym with me. Like while I was doing my warm up and everything, I'm just holding this thing around. It's a little collapsible one, so I'm just holding like a cylinder, like a foot long cylinder. And everybody's looking at me like, what the heck is this thing? Why is this guy carrying this around? Because I got my water, so it's not like a funky looking water bottle or something. I just felt like so many people were watching me, and I didn't feel too good about it. So far, gym bag on the tripod seems to be like the way to go with this. It's holding it pretty steady. Didn't hit a lot of upper chest. Upper chest was still really sore from yesterday, or not last week. See what I mean? My brain's fried. I might seem energetic, but really it's just all the adrenaline from doing something I'm very uncomfortable with. Train of thought, where was it? Didn't do a lot of upper chest. Felt my upper chest pretty good. So I hit like a machine for every single upper, mid, and lower chest. And then I went to do bench press, and all the bench presses were taken. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do upper chest. Well, upper bench was taken. So conveniently, I still had all of my equipment sitting at the chest press machine. It's a plate loaded machine. And with a good mind muscle connection, that actually felt really good. That's some of the best work that I've had on a chest in a long time. Lower chest, I kind of warmed it up just in case, but I ended up not hitting it. It's important and all, but I don't really need it. It's the strongest part of my chest. I kind of want to level everything out first. How long has that arrow been green? How come no one's honking at me? Come on, guys. You had one job. Honk at me when I get distracted. Anyways, I want to get my upper chest going. Really get that look, because the upper chest is what's going to catch the baggy shirts and all that, and that's what's going to show off the most. You just have lower and mid chest, it's just going to look like you have a bunch of really big boob under your shirt. And I don't want that. I'm trying to get away from the whole fatty, flabby look. So, doing a lot of upper chest focused work, but you can't work just the upper chest all the time, because one, it's going to really overwork that muscle. Then when you try and do it again, you're going to end up hurting yourself, or you're just not going to get the gains out of it that you want. So today was more of a mid-chest focused day. And then I did one upper chest movement because I couldn't find a lot of the fly cables were gone. They were all being used. This is the busiest I've seen this gym, actually. A lot of the equipment was actually being occupied. Not quite being used, but a lot of it was being occupied. So kind of just made do with what I had. Still got a really good workout, so I'm pretty happy with it. I think next week around, I'll probably hit all 3 parts of the chest just to get a little bit longer of a workout in. And I'm hoping by then I'll be a little more comfortable with this recording thing, because I don't want to end up rushing all of my workouts, So that's that. Not much else to add. Let's see. Cardio. I cut cardio short today as well because I was excited to use my tripod, and then I ended up almost not using it. But because I skipped cardio for it, I'm like, I have to. That's okay. I'm just going to take an extra long walk with the dogs when I get home. And then calories. Calorie. Yesterday, I stayed below my calories, and today, I'm hoping to continue that. Right now, my goal is just to stay below 2,000. Another issue I have that is with that whole overeating in calories is DoorDash. I am ordering food way too frequently. It doesn't fit in my macros. It doesn't fit in my budget. Thinking about just removing it altogether. I mean, it's nice on the weekends when you're hanging out and you really need to get some food in you. You can just order it out. Or when you're away from home and you won't be able to cook that day, you can order it in and it'll be home by the time you are. It's really nice. But sometimes I just tend to get a little carried away. I wonder how much a Little Caesars pizza is. How many calories is that? How many calories is 2 slices of that pizza? Probably 1,000 calories. Yeah, it doesn't sound terrible. I mean, yeah, all I get to eat that day is 3 slices of pizza, some protein. But I mean, that sounds good to me. Have some water. Get my protein shake when I get home. Some pizza. I know I'm not getting all the nutrition I need. Definitely not getting all the protein. But right now, it's just go to the gym every day and don't overeat. Those are my only goals. I don't have a specific protein or carb or fat intake for the day that I have to track. It's just those 2 things. It's go to the gym and watch your calories. At least for now, you start off easy and then you're a little harder on yourself. So I'm starting off with those two things. Then eventually I'll bring things in like make sure I get my protein in. And I'll start watching things like carbs and fats, and probably start looking a little bit deeper into supplements and going a little harder onto my supplements and all that. But right now, I'm not worried about any of that. Right now, the only thing is I'm really focused on is keeping food out of my gosh dang mouth, because that's the only place it wants to go. I'll open the fridge to grab my pitcher of water. Oh, roommate left over some food for me from such and such steakhouse. And I'll just grab it without even thinking. But, it takes a while to build a habit, but habits don't form themselves. So not only do you have to be patient with it, but you have to be persistent. You have to push yourself. You have to be a little harder on yourself about it all, which is fine by me. That's exactly what I want to do. That's the goal here, is to get harder on myself until it becomes second nature, and then it all becomes easy. I was watching a video the other day talking about forming habits, and pretty much the way they explained it is that your mind is a jungle, right? And to get to where you want to go, you have to walk through this jungle, right? You have to make your way through an untraveled path from A to B by yourself, right? And it's really difficult to get from A to B. But the more that you go from A to B, in this case saying calories, right? The more consistently you count your calories, you go A to B, the more you walk that path, the more clear that path gets. And eventually, that forest that was there is now a path. And then that pathway turns into a walkway. That walkway turns into a road. And that road turns into a highway. By the time you get to that point, you just put yourself on the highway and you're on autopilot. Cruise control. You just do it naturally because the road's already there. Unfortunately, there's nowhere in life where people build roads for you. So you have to build those paths on your own. And that's the part that I'm struggling with now, is I'm lazy. There's no nice way to put it. There's no sugarcoating it. Is I am lazy. I don't like doing things by myself, for myself. I don't like being alone in anything. Like, if it was a group effort, I would be just fine working with someone to get it done. But any sort of situation where no one can help me and it's just me, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel very good about it. I don't want to do it. But just that little bit of like a, hey man, you can do it, or I understand where you're at, that can just boost me to the moon and back. Like, it doesn't take much to motivate me, but to keep me motivated on my own, me, myself, and I, is the hard part. I started ranting and got distracted, and then I just kept going. So in the sense of calorie tracking, I'm currently at that forest edge, and every time I take a step in, I get turned around and immediately come back out. So I need to start on my path. I need to start trampling down those bushes, cutting down those trees, figure out what's in the way, and get it the heck out of there. Another big thing for me is positive talk. As you'll see in this video, is like, I don't have a lot of it. So I need to work on that as well. Which is like this video right here, this video diary is part of that. Is like, all I'm doing is talking about me and my progress, where I want to be, where I'm going to be, and where I am. And I feel like that is just making me more self-aware of where I'm at and who I am, to a point of like, it's almost humbling. Like, it reminds me, like, you are not built like these pro bodybuilders, but you can make progress at least. Like, you can make yourself out of this. If you're not happy with who you are, it's really hard. Some people just aren't meant to be a certain way, and they just spend their whole lives wanting to be that way, but never striving for it. But even if you're not where you'd like to be, the first thing that you can do, even before you can move forward, is to, for lack of a better word, get used to it. You can't well, you can, obviously. I've done it this far, but it's not a good long-term idea to only fuel your progress by hatred of yourself. I want to do this because I can't stand this. It gets you in there and it gets you going, but eventually that mentality creates really bad, especially body dysmorphia. It can be a really bad cause for that, among other mental health diseases, and just all in all, like, quality of life will go down if the only reason that you ever do anything to change your life is because you hate your life. Isn't even worth it at that point, because at that point your goal isn't even to like make you better, it's to make you something that you're not, and you're just never going to be happy with it because you're always going to be you. So the first step to any sort of progress tracking and anything in life where you want to change yourself, you first have to accept who you are, and then you can move forward from that and build off of it. You can't change who you are, but you can build off of it. So take from that what you will. Just keep yourself motivated in ways that you can, but try not to be too hard on yourself, because in the long run you're just going to end up hurting yourself. So be happy with where you are now, especially because you know you're going to be going somewhere later. I don't know if that makes sense. Makes sense to me. You just gotta, if you're not happy with this, you're not going to be happy with that. So be simple, be easily satisfied, and try not to rely on others too much. It's good to have their help, but don't rely on them. That's where I went wrong. I leaned on a lot of people and they left. It's a story for another time. But that's going to be it for now, for today. I'm going to go home, get my protein shake, walk the dogs before the rain comes. And then back in tomorrow for back. Back for back. Alright, catch you guys then.